Hello all, Jeff here with a new video. Today you're going to see the Asia Pacific Regional Final of TCR Virtual. So yes, you didn't see the semi-final, but I will show like a 1-minute highlight package of what happened there. But anyway, so it was 2 races, both at Spa, and we had qualifying as well, and qualifying counted for points as well. So it's going to be very tough. Only the top 5 in points make it to the grand finale. But let's see how it goes. But first, quick highlights of the semis. Oh God! Oh God! That's a hectic start. Jeez, mate, if I go. Just go, mate. That's the grand final. I will not be doing that, because that's when the sheep stations are at play. Oh, Reynolds gone by Ethan. Ethan has had a big incident. I reckon he's gone to sand at the last turn. Oh, it is on. But Ethan is going to hold on just. Oh, I'm going to have to check the replay for that. And we're going to hold on for P4 where we started. So it's an Audi 1, 2, 3, 4. So there you go, finished 4th in the semis. It was more just damage limitation for myself, but it's time for the big dance. Now, I didn't record like my live commentary webcam, you know the drill, because I really wanted to concentrate on this, so I hope you appreciate that. But you're going to see all this race from all angles. So let's check this out.
So we're in an 8-minute qualifying section. This was one of my last flying laps, but unfortunately just go over the curve at the exit of Blanchimont. That's that lap done, but as you can see, you know, the cars were starting to bunch up at the bus stop. This time, nice and clean out of Blanchimont, so it's going to be a decent flying lap. But as you can see at the top, we're starting to run out of time. We just got out of pits a little too late, because we are just going to miss out on doing another lap by like 2 or 3 seconds, unfortunately. But the time would be a 2-minute 31.3, which will put us 6th on the grid. So let's see what we can salvage out of this. So the lights are out. We all get off to a decent start. Hugo behind me gets a slightly better start, so we can't get on the inside of La Source to try and avoid things. So we're going to go around the outside here and see if we can do anything. There's a bit of contact behind, but we've kept our nose clean. But side by side with Hugo, so in case you're wondering, myself and Hugo had a bit of a battle at Mugello. But anyway, Eau Rouge ready on the 2 Hondas ahead. Ricky Satria, Lockie Nichols, they're going out of hammer and tong as we go at the top of Radion, hit the sausage, but the Honda's behind it. There's carnage behind it, you may have seen in the mirror. We'll have a look at that in a minute. But we're going to think about making a move on the Hondas, but you know, it's lap 1, so we're just going to back off and take it easy as we go to Lake Home. So here we go, the Hondas side by side here, and Lockie gives Ricky a bit of a tap just because the curb, another bit of argy-bargy. Lockie gets on the curb and just bounces him straight into Ricky. We almost get involved. We avoided all that carnage and we're up to P4 now. But let's just have a look at what happened at the start, shall we? Starting from behind. So first off, we'll go on board with Shane Robbins. As you can see, there was a bit of contact at La Source, but no one got spun around, luckily. It probably helps with these front-wheel drive cars. But as you can see, the Honda and the Alfa ahead are just going to be side by side Eau Rouge Radion, and quite clearly don't give each other enough space, and it harms their runs, and it's just a concertina effect after that, really. So that's all that was. But as you can see, because of what happened in front of Shane, he's had to back off a little bit, so he's a bit vulnerable here as we go into Lake Home. However, he's going to break a bit early, just try to avoid things, and Cole Madden just didn't see that happening and shoves the Hyundai Hyundai Woo off to the escape road at Lake Home. But as you can see, there isn't really much Mads he could have done just because of the early break, so the Cooper takes out the Hyundai of Hyundai, who ends up just taking to the escape road. However, this is going to cause a bit of a 3-way out of Lake Home, and quite clearly that's not going to work because the Peugeot of Gigi Ishan and the Audi of Eric Yamashita are going to get involved in that. But on board with the Cupra of Joshua Hill. So he gets just caught up in this concertina effect at the front. Bounces over the sausage curb, which is just going to give him a massive tank slapper, which is just bad luck for him. But let's go to Gugan Raranto, and as you can see, it's just a concertina because the Alpha and the Honda just didn't give each other enough space at Radeon, especially. So it's just a shame. Just have a look. You know, the Honda just didn't give the Alpha enough space. The Alpha goes wide and it just carnage. And have a look. The wings clip between the Honda of Greg McKenzie and the Audi of Irfan Nura Hidayat. I hope I got that right. As you can see here, here's the replay. Bang! Wing flip, and that's pretty much their race is done. So yeah, but what about up ahead? So as I said earlier, side by side at Lacombe, not really good idea if the curve just bouncing you back on the track and back onto another competitor. So Lockie takes as much curve as we want, but as you can see, they're just both going to make contact into the wall, and another Honda is going to get caught up in that as well, which is pure bad luck for him, sadly. But he's going to just, you know, just tell Lockie, nah, you called this, I'm going to stay in front of you, mate. So here we go, and it just a slightest of contact, and he just spun around, but it's a nice 360, it's a very nice recovery. And you may be wondering, where did Ricky end up? Well, let's show you. So here we go, out of Lacombe. Obviously, Lockie gets too much curb, just clips Ricky, and as I said, both in the fence. Ooh, yeah, slight glaze of the fence for Ricky. And where's Ricky end up? Just behind both the Hondas. So there you go. Well, let's have a look at how I fared for the rest of the race. So the top three in Riley, McKibben, Ronaldo Ito and Akeem Bin Abbas, they ran away, but there was a bit of a battle for fourth going on between myself and Yugo Oshaki. We had a kind of a battle at Mugello, but here at Spa, it was on, because as you can see, he's got a lot of chances to get by me here. There's a side by side at the pit straight, which is a case of, as Alonso would say, defend like a lion. Just keep this position as much as we can. So we break into La Source, and we just scrape the wall on the side there. It didn't really hurt us that much though. So we kept the car at bay for Eau Rouge Radeon. So job done there. So just a case of, you know, if you're right behind another car, then yeah, obviously back off a little bit and try and get some kind of slipstream later on. So yeah, there's that. As we get to the end of this lap, again, he is very hard on the brakes. He's obviously a bit quicker than me, I feel. As we get on the sausage at the bus stop, which doesn't really help. But again, it's going to be that same thing where if I stuff up La Source, he's going to get the cutback and get by me just like that, and they'll be fourth place gone. As you can see, a slight lock up to the rear. He's right there, but we get a good run out of La Source. So again, we're in front for Eau Rouge Radeon. Again, job done. As we get towards the end of the Kemmel Straight, there he is. Look at that. That's slipstream for you. Just, you know, biding his time here and see if he can get by me in some way, shape or form. As we get out of Lacombe and into Ravaggio, get on the sand a little bit, which isn't going to help my run. So just a case of just hugging the entire apex, not take it as a double aggregate, just hug the whole curb, bounce over the concrete if you don't mind, and again, job done. And it's nicely done there. And it's just a case of, you know, if I stub up, say Pouon, he's just going to get by me just like that. So we go into Pouon, and the thing is, Hugo's gone a bit too hot, and he's gone on the AstroTurf, so he's going to have to try again later on. So it's just a case of being consistent. That's basically my game. Just be consistent. Don't make mistakes. Don't go over curves. Don't go over AstroTurf. Obviously, don't just fly off the bus stop, for example. So again, you know, full defense mode into the bus stop. We over-rev the engine there, but it doesn't really hurt these TCR cars too much if you only do it like once or twice. As you can see, very nicely defended there. Again, he's pretty much side by side with me as we get to the pit straight. So again, hard on the brakes at La Source, hug the entire apex so he doesn't get a run out of there. And as you can see, that is just defense, and he's got nowhere to go basically. So, you know, job done. However, you know, he's a bit further behind the Oru's Radeon, so he just backs off a little bit, so maybe he could get a run out of Radeon as we avoid that sausage curve, which is not there in real life. That was just put there for us to basically avoid cutting corners, which is fair enough, really, if you think about it. But Hugo would end up backing off towards the end of the race, and we would end up finishing in 4th position after starting 6th, so we will take that. However, the big story here was the battle for the lead, so let's check that out. So we're going to be on board with Ronaldo Ito. Akeem Binabas in the Alfa Romeo is in front. Riley McKibben is second. So here we go. You know, it's a bit of a yeet out of Blanchimont as we go into the bus stop. So Riley's going to think about making the move, and Akeem gets late on the brakes. Riley's going to get beside, but there's contact, and Ronaldo is going to get by the both of them here. And I mean, it does look like Riley did cross the line first, but the game did give the victory to Ronaldo, and it was like a .000 something gap. So Ronaldo gets the victory, but race 2 is reverse grid. Oh God. Here we go. Starting 14th after we get past all those cars that are waiting in pit lane. But anyway, we're going to just take the same approach as race 1, that is, go around the outside of La Source. And we've kind of gotten away with that, to be honest. And again, we're going to be side by side of Ricky Satria. And the thing is, who's going to back off here? But that's not the big story. The big story is what's ahead. Because the 4 ahead are not going to give each other enough space. And they pretty much killed each other's races at Eau Rouge and Radeon. Ricky backed off behind me, and he kind of, he could have done it a bit better. He got on the sausage, and look at that, we've got a bit of a gap on the rest of the field behind me. And as you can see, there is a mad pack in front, but it's all about the wreck. So on board with Zhe Shen. So Eau Rouge hits Kyle, then Kyle hits Lockie, then Lockie hits Ujit. So it's just a case of no one giving each other space. I do feel maybe if Zhe just backed off ever so slightly, then that may not have happened. But as you can see, Lockie felt, you know, Madsy was the one that caused it, but I don't know, it's hard to say. Like, I do think everyone was a bit guilty in that. Everyone could have given each other space, but I do feel Lockie in the Honda and Ujit in the Hyundai are the ones hardest done by here, because I felt like they could have gone away with that if it wasn't for the contact for the 2 cars behind. But there's Ujit, Lockie, and Zhe Chen, all 3 capable of leading and winning races. Their opportunities are gone, basically. But as we go towards the end of lap 1, as you can see, there's a fair bit going on. A few people, you know, exploiting the limits of Blanchimont, let's just say that. And one of the Audis just, you know, I don't know what happened. He just locks the brakes, and all of a sudden Riley McKibben just comes around nowhere, he just barges his way through, showing everyone why he's one of the best in TCR Virtual for Asia Pacific here. But anyways, we go into La Source. As you can see, a lot of guys, and as you see this Audi here, you know, he glazed the wall like I did when I was trying to keep Hugo at bay in the last race. And as you see, I am 3 wide going down to Eau Rouge. You know, I'm thinking I'll just back off, because 3 wide into Eau Rouge and Radeon doesn't work in any kind of race car. But as you can see, we're kind of going to get away with it, because they try to go 3 wide at Eau Rouge Radeon. We're going to get by a few people here. So that's Hugo beside me. So, you know, friendly hostility starting again. 3 wide into Lecombe. Is this really gonna work? Well, myself and Hugo are somehow going to try and keep it as clean as possible. As one of the Audis is going to get by him. Yes, he does. Woo, hoo, hoo, hoo. And that's Ronaldo Ito as well, so one of the top guys. So this has been a very exciting start to this reverse grid race. And Lockie Nichols disconnected, whether that's an actual disconnect or whether he's quit because of what's happened to him. But anyway, it has been an absolutely terrible regional final for Lachlan Nichols. Anyway, we get on the sausage curve a bit too much there. and that's going to give Reynoldi Ito the invite he needs to just get around me around the outside. And let's face it, I know how quick he is, and as you can see, job done. There's virtually no point fighting this, and there's old mate Hugo right up behind me. So we're going to resume our battle that we had in race 1, resume the battle that we could have had at Mugello. And as you can see, he is right up behind. So, you know, look, what's it say here, like 23 minutes to go. Like, there's still a fair bit to go on for the rest of this race, that's for sure. But anyway, we'll see how we progress later on. But yep, we're going to have a battle on our hands with Hugo again, so just going to have to keep that in mind. But we go towards Eau Rouge Radion, as you can see, Hugo is right behind, you know, getting an opportunity to pounce, and he's going to get the slipstream here. And this is something that he didn't really execute in race 1. So we're going to try and defend on the inside here, but it's too late. Hugo's got the run on me, and we make a bit of contact again, and he's going to get by. So nice work, Hugo Sharky. He's finally gotten around me. But, you know, it's never over. And as you can see on the clock, it's not even halfway through this race, because remember, 30-minute race this one. But we go towards later on, as we get into the bus stop, there's an Audi that has lost it, and that is Reynoldi Ito. So that's a little setback for him. So he's gonna have to work to try and get some positions back again. So we go on board with Reynoldi. So what's happened here is side by side with the Peugeot Blanchimont, the Peugeot backs off, which is fair enough. So a battle between the Audi and the Alfa ahead. You know, Reynoldi just exploiting Blanchimont, and he's just left with nowhere to go. Slight lock up, makes contact with the Audi, and he's just spun around. Very next lap. So as you can see, Hugo is having a nice ding-dong battle with the Peugeot of Gigi Ishan, and Reynoldi Ito's going to think about making a move, but again he's got nowhere to go, and he's just going to lose it just because of that, because he braked a lot later than everybody else. And we're going to get by Gigi around the outside the bus stop, if you don't mind. But this ain't going to be over, because, you know, he could get the cut back out of La Source. So let's see what happens here. Braking nice and late, big lock up. Thought I was going to punt Hugo. You know, fortunately that didn't happen. But let's go on board with Gigi to see what happened here. As you can see, Gigi and Hugo absolutely abusing the sausage at Blanchimont. All of a sudden, here comes Reynoldi, braking very late compared to all of us, and has got nowhere to go, and he's spun around. Gigi makes contact with Hugo, smashes the sausage, but here's Reynoldi. As you can see, braking very late. Oh, Gigi just moved slightly to the left, not expecting Reynoldi to brake so late. And Reynoldi Ito has got a lot of work to do again. But we've got a nice three-way battle here for 8th position. So Hugo Sharky is ahead, but he's going on the AstroTurf in between the apex of the Pouan. So we've got a chance to get by him around the outside of Banya, but is that really going to work? I don't think so. Bit of argy-bargy, that's fine. This is touring car racing, and he's going to keep the position for now. And Gigi Ishan could easily pick up the crumbs if we both get involved in a wreck. And as you can see, that Peugeot is right up behind. But Hugo has an absolutely poor run at Stavolo, so we think about making a move. And Gigi's right there. We made contact. So it's going to be on for young and old as we go into Blanchimont. It's just a case of, should you take this corner flat or not? Because, you know, we don't want to see any carnage before, you know, but Gigi, you know, backs off. I think I backed off as well. Again, just abusing the sausage curve like the two behind and ahead have done in the past. So, but we keep Gigi behind for now. It's just a case of, can we catch Hugo or not? Again, time will tell. So we go towards, this is what, second last lap, I'm pretty sure. But here we go, Eau Rouge Radion. Hugo gets on the sausage, 2 wheels in the air, and that is going to give me the invitation to make the move at Lacombe, or even before Lacombe. Going around the outside, just pretty much the tables are turned compared to early in the race when I did the exact same thing, and he got around me on the outside. And look at this, we're possibly going to do the exact same thing to Hugo. It's just amazing how we give each other a taste of our own medicine. But we're going to get by Hugo. That is job done. And it's just a case of, as I said before, defending like a lion. And as we go towards the last lap. So it's just a case of who's going to come out on top here. But anyway, let's get to the beginning of the last lap. As you can see, Hugo is right up behind here. So you just got to defend at La Source. You know, hug as much of that apex as we possibly can. We didn't really do enough because Hugo is right beside. I mean, he's got the inside line for Radion at least. I have the inside for Eau Rouge. So just a case of giving each other as much space and as much respect as possible. Here we go, Eau Rouge, Radion. And we've got a bit of a run out of Radion. Bit of contact between us. Ricky Sanchez hit Hugo and we are all in the fence. And our steering is done. So, what an anticlimax. That could have been an epic clean battle, but instead, the steering is ruined. And at this stage I'm thinking, yeah, I'm not going to make the grand finale at this rate. But let's just have a look at the replay and see what happened. So on board with myself, so Hugo's got the much better run because we didn't protect La Source as much as we should. Or just Hugo got a much better run, got the cutback. So Eau Rouge, Radion, so here we go. Giving each other space. So as I get off the curb at Radion, you know, there's a bit of contact. And Ricky was going to go around the outside of both of us, but just that little bit of contact caused that. And it's just a shame. I mean, if that sausage curb wasn't there, I would have used a ton of curb at Radion. We wouldn't have been in that situation. And there we go. Airborne for the two Hondas. Now, I was going 10 Ks quicker than Hugo. Ricky was going 20 Ks quicker than Hugo. As you see, he was trying to get around the outside and, yeah. And Ricky sadly got the penalty. Ended up costing him a spot in the grand finale. But, yeah. This is just bad luck sometimes. But we're going to go back on board with myself and just have a look at how bent that steering is. Yep, I was using my wheel pretty much in that position just to keep it straight. So pretty much when you're turning hard left, the steering wheel is straight, and then it's like 45 degrees to the right when you want to just keep it straight. So managed to find a way to bring it home. Now, as you can see here, I would be in 15th position, which is in fact the last points paying position. I wanted to finish in the points at least, but after penalties we would end up finishing 14th. A disappointing end, but there is a silver lining to this.
And in case you're wondering, did I actually really have bent steering? Yes, I did. So in order to pretty much keep the car straight, I had to have the wheel pretty much like this. So it was a bit of a challenge getting to the paddles, but we managed to bring it home, and somehow, after all that, we ended up finishing 5th on points just. So we're in the TCR Virtual Grand Finale after all that. Who would have thought, eh? So all we know is it's going to be sometime in 2022. Don't know where it's going to be, but I do have a feeling it's going to be in Europe. So probably Britain or Germany. But yeah, really looking forward to it. Not only that, I've had to think, no shoeies this time, because last time I did that thinking I was going to Le Mans, well, it ended up being an online event. So no shoeies, because I really want to go overseas this time. But there you have it. So if you did like the video, appreciate giving me a thumbs up. Leave a comment, let me know what you think. And if you did want to see more mod content, may consider subscribing and tapping the notification icon. And one thing I forgot, I'd like to thank everyone for subscribing to the channel. We've recently reached 1,000 subscribers. So let's keep this channel growing. And in 2022, you'll expect more content, whether that's esports or fun stuff. And not only that, I'd like to wish everyone a happy and safe Christmas, as well as a happy 2022 ahead. But anyway, this is Jeff here. Happy racing. Cheers and goodbye.